I'd go from bronze to mythic. If I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic, the show where I draft my account from Bronze to Mythic. We're just getting started on our run for Phyrexia. All will be one. And we are currently Silver Tier 3. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the buttons, do the things on the YouTubes, all right? We got to hit all of our buttons here and get things going. And that was our last draft. You missed that one, go watch it on YouTube. And 2 drafts in so far. We've had a kind of a bad Toxic deck and then an interesting defensive Grixis deck. And we are learning the format, reading the cards, having a good time. We're getting right in here. No, wait. The 8th person decided to stop being a jerk. We like that. So, fire up our first pack. Opening up a land. Not exactly the best thing you want to open here, obviously. Copperline Gorge. Very happy to see them back in the fold here. Of course, see the untapped overlay. No rankings yet because the set is literally a day old. So there isn't enough data for the rankings yet, but the LC rankings are there. Down untapped for free, using my link here in the chat and the YouTube description. So, what do we got here? We got a really good one. We got Voidwing Hybrid, which is a unbelievably good uncommon. 2-1 flyer for 2, which is already good. 2-1 flyer Toxic 1 is already like awesome by itself. Whenever you proliferate, this comes back from the graveyard to your hand. This thing's insane. Proliferating is so easy to do in Dimir. Cards really, really good. Other cards here that are pretty exciting. There honestly aren't many. Slash is obviously great. Kill spells are good. And then, you know, I mean, we got crushed by this card in their last draft. The Scamp's okay. This card's okay. But yeah, pretty easy hybrid here, I think. And not passing too much. So let's jump right in. And get past the pack with a rare missing. So no signal here. And we've got, let's see, the Possible Invasion, big flyer, kind of just a clunky top end card. The Logbook, kind of a weird artifact payoff. Expand the Spear, Crawling Chorus. We've got Anoint Affliction. This card's excellent. Top quality removal spell. Honestly, this is a constructed playable removal spell. 2 mana, instant, exile creature mana value 3 or less. And then if your opponent is corrupted, it means they have 3 poison counters, exile anything. 2 mana, exile anything, which is insane. So, insane card, really, really good, obviously, both with or without Corrupted. We see an Augury here, which is pretty good for proliferating. Testament Bearer card, I'm kind of a fan of, honestly. It's a pretty good card. Better defensive card than offensive card, but yeah, pretty easy Anoint here. So, pretty easy first 2 picks, lining up well. Pack 3 comes to us with some mid-level stuff. We got this card's pretty sweet. Magmatic Sprinter as far as adding oil counters goes. We saw this in our last draft. Played against us. Pretty cool card. We got a Dose. Obviously good removal spell. And then has the Proliferate upside. Old Oil Gorge Control is pretty sweet, but obviously in green. Infectious Inquiry. I'm not big on these like 2 damage to yourself, draw 2 cards in any format. The first poison counter is nice, but not huge there. Draw Spits is pretty sweet. Can't say, but yeah, we're gonna Dose here. Just like take the removal spell and then take the removal spell that proliferates. Pretty good for us. Who's the little man on the top and bottom of the cards telling you stuff? This is the LSV on the untapped rankings. There's no, usually untapped, that's dynamic rankings based on the cards you already have, but it's based on data collected through gameplay, and this has been out for like a day. So we got a cool one here. What's this? Serum Core Chimera. We have an Is It 2/4 flyer. If you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on this, remove 3 oil counters from this, draw a card. And then you may discard a card if you do bolt something. Pretty insane card, actually. Really, really high quality uncommon. And honestly, nothing here is that exciting. We're going to speculate. We're going to speculate here. I think that being 3 colors is reasonable with between Prophetic Prism and the Evolving Wild. It's obviously a lot of kill spells. And Grixis is definitely the kill spell color. So nothing else here is that exciting. Gonna take the Chimera and see where it takes us. So far, card quality, very high. Very high, I would say. We have 2 excellent common rule spells and 2 excellent uncommon build-arounds. Pack number 5, Prologue to Phyrexias. This is the cantrip that gives a poison counter. Pretty awesome, actually, as far as getting your opponent into the first poison counter so you can proliferate and get more, which is kind of cool. Microsynth Gardens. It's kind of cool, but like not really playing many artifacts, probably. Spell Bomb. We got a Furnace here too, but we're not sure. If we're splashing red, you don't have a Furnace in your splash color typically. So, well, let's take Prologue. Let's try it out. Keep the spells coming. Try and be... Obviously, the non-creature spells play well alongside the Serum Core Chimera. And, let's just see what's up. So, Quick Silver Fisher. Just a fine, you know, top-end Ludi card. Got the Prowler. Not much else exciting here. This is the kind of card you like. It's fine. You just don't want a ton of them. You know, just reasonable. Serum Snare, bounce spell, but proliferates if you bounce something small. Not big on bounce spells in limited. It's also a Whisper of the Dross, and I'm not exactly sure how good this card is. -1, -1. I don't have a feel for like how many things this actually kills in the format. It's not really a combat trick in our deck because we are not really doing that. Also, it looks like it might be blue-red here and splash black. And if you use cards like Thrill of Possibility to discard the hybrid, that's actually pretty awesome too. So we're going to take Serum Snare here. And see maybe where is it? See where it takes us. The Experimental Augury, I'm sorry, does not table. This is not from our original pack. There's a Thrill here also. And again, I wouldn't mind Thrill for like a spells deck. But we'll just keep taking blue cards because blue seems pretty open. So Black Belly Rat's okay, but whatever. Yeah, we'll take the Augury. Maybe get some late Thrills and see if we can be... kind of non-creature spell stuff. So a lot of spells so far. We actually are almost all spells. We are a bunch of spells, 3 creatures. Looking for a little more removal, honestly. Let's see how that fits. I want to remind you, of course, it's the first time you're at that follow button watching YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Take a second. I'm a full-time content creator. This is my job. So I do for a living, all right? So you take half a second of your life, hit that like button. Leave a comment in the video. Subscribe to the channel. It's free for you, and it's great for me. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Dross Pit's pretty easy pick here. I think Inquiry might be fine in our deck, but like I don't want more than like one of his card probably, so we're not going to take it that early, and Dross Pit's is really, really good. So take the Pits. What's up, YouTube? This week in the metagame challenge, I'm going to play some standard. So, for those who don't know, I am actually... We can chat on, I think, because the overlay's not there yet. Well, I am leaving for the Pro Tour tomorrow morning, and I will be gone for quite a while, actually. I'll be gone until the 20th. Pro Tour is the 17th and 19th. It is Pioneer and Draft in paper in Philadelphia. And so this is my last draft before I leave. And normal YouTube content will be up. We got plenty of content on the Bronze Mythic channel, so it's my main channel. And... yeah, it's great. Take the Bearer here. Not super exciting, but honestly, it's just a fine card. Good defensive card. Boarditude says, I just like the stream. I can't see a proper way to do that, but I said, I like this stream out loud. Hope that helps. You did it. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. All right. Offer Mortality, Head Cleaver. It's pretty bad back. Just take this card. Probably do 4 drafts today. That should get me through to the break on YouTube. Black does seem, I would say it seems super open, but all right. I mean, just take the Maze. Looks like red isn't very open. It's funny because it looks like red is not open, but the Chimera, but blue red is open in theory because obviously the Chimera came in late. So. There are 10 Planeswalkers in the set. They're all pretty freaking good. And this is one of them. Vraska, Betrayal, Sting. This card's busted. Just busted. 5 or 6 mana Planeswalker, because you play Phyrexia mana for it. With 4 or 6 loyalty, depending if you're Phyrexian or not. +1 to draw a card, proliferate, lose 1 life. -2 to kill a creature. And then -9 to possibly win the game. Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the best rares of the set. It's just a splashable Planeswalker bomb. Insane. So because the Chimera also, which kind of sucks, obviously, because the card does seem great. But yeah, obviously we're going to slam the rare. And we are the Borg. All right, Phyrexian stuff. So next pack comes, a little less exciting, but whatever. We're pretty happy, honestly. We got a Thumbing Bird here. This card's actually fine. Proliferating, get that poison counter going. Not actually the most exciting card, but I think Thumbing Bird's fine in our deck. Oh, sorry, not a spell bomb here. So we got Augury. Yeah, getting that first poison counter on is going to be a little bit important, but I guess the bird is fine here. Obviously, nothing else in this pack is remotely exciting, so take the bird, see where it goes. The Rat King. I think there's only a few rats in the set, right? It's one common, one uncommon set. So not many rats, but a 3/3 Toxic 1 is just like fine for 3. We also have Hex Gold Slash and not much else, honestly. I don't know if we're splashing red or not. We have 1 card, no fixing at the moment. So I think taking the 3/3 Toxic for 3 is just totally fine. And if we Mize a rat off it, sweet. Take the rare. Yeah, both rats are playable. It's a 2-drop rat. Man, more rares too. This one not as good though. Geth, Thane of Contracts. Engineer plagues all your creatures. Not super exciting. Not super exciting. Vat of Rebirth. 1 black, whenever an artifact creature you control is put in the graveyard, put an oil counter on it, and move oil counters to reanimate things. Yeah, unfortunately, not many creatures in our deck. We have a Draw Spits. We have the Eye of Malcator. Yeah, I mean, it's just a land here, I think. This one's kind of, yeah, I'm surprised at the ranking here from LSV. It can return things over and over again, but yeah, just gonna take Draw Spits. Ooh, oh man. These are some freaking ridiculous green cards. What is going on? We got Evolved Spinoderm.
Good lord.
Blastoderm fans, stand up. Insanely good good rare. We got Scrap Gorger, which is also really, really good. Ramping 3/3 oil counters, but not green, obviously. We got a Dose and a Bring the Ending. I think I like Dose more than Bring the Ending. I think that Bring the Ending is definitely reasonable. But I think Dose is probably better. Just being an actual removal spell. I'm not sure, honestly. Alright, and green does seem very open, but I think it's a little too late to go into that. So green is really, really open. It's actually disgusting, but I think it's just too late. We have double blue and double black cards. We're pretty evenly split. So let's take the Synthesizer. Honestly, I think this card's fine in our deck. We've got a lot of Proliferate, a lot of spells. Good early creature. Cool with that. Another Dross Pits. We are Dross Pitting it up over here. Nothing else is super exciting, so sure. I mean, whatever. Another Incubation Sack and another Oil Gorger Troll. Jeez. Alright, yeah, I mean, sure. Take a Synthesizer. This card's good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 non-creature spells so far. Offer Mortality. Death is Indestructible. Curator puts instant and short card. That card's pretty bad. Yeah, green is sickly open, honestly, but no rats. Just want some rats, you know. Duress, Spellbomb. Yeah, I mean, all right. Yeah, we're thinning out a little bit here, honestly. Definitely green, very, very open going this way. Probably won't be as open going the other way, but. Still, deck looks pretty good so far, I think. I like some more cheap removal spells, honestly. That's our one failing point, but we have the Anatomist, which is a 2/5, which can an ETB tap to proliferate, which is obviously not exciting, but it's a filler level card. We're at 16 playables so far. Gotta watch that playable count. What's the LSC overlay ranking? Does the Draftsmith overlay, once again, it usually has a dynamic ranking, but it's based on machine learning, and there isn't enough data yet. But download it for yourself for free. Use my link, please. They sponsor me, and they're phenomenal. Track your collection, track your drafts, track everything. All right, so definitely, you know, a lot of green. We passed that pack for sure, but this card again. Ugh. All right, the Grand Meditect. Definitely not as good if we're not playing a lot of artifacts. It's fine. Making these looters is obviously good. There's a rat in the pack. Would love to get our rat on, honestly. It's funny, like, I almost think the rat is better than this thing in our deck. This thing's just like, we have a few blue creatures now, so we can loot at least. It's a 2/4. Sort of pumps things up. Like, normally it's take the rare. We've already had this rare. I think it's good, though. Whatever. All right, so yeah, I mean... Yeah, I'll take the rare. All right, sure. You got me. Whoa! What is this? A hybrid and a Drowning Ichor? These cards are both insane. I think it's hybrid, though. I think hybrid's just, like, actually unbelievable in our deck. We have a lot of Proliferate, and it gets the first Toxic counter going. It blocks, it attacks, it slices, it dices. You're going to love your nuts. Anyone? Anyone? So yeah, I mean, Drown Decker's freaking insane, but I think Hybrid's just better. So Hybrid might wheel. Not a chance. Not an actual chance. Take the Hybrid. Font of Progress, Gataxian Raptor. Pretty good blocker. We also have Annihilating Glare, Blightbelly Rat. A lot of good cards here. I kind of like the Rat, honestly. It's actually value with this as far as also just it's an Infect card. The Raptor's pretty sweet, too. I felt like our last deck could have used this card to block flyers, but I think we just want the Rat here with a little extra value on the Rat King, and then just, you know, the card's just a fine 2-drop to get our Proliferate and Poison going. So yeah, we'll take the Library Rat here. The Immobilizer, Icy Manipulate, oh wow, or the Anoint, man. So we're definitely open going this way, which is good to see. So this is the Icy Manipulator with 4 oil counters on it. It has no activation cost, which is really, really good. However, you got to Proliferate and make it really good. That is just definitely insane, I think, but I think Anoint is just better. I mean, might table a blue card here. Just actually might table, honestly. It was like blue's kind of open. There's a better blue card in the back, too. So let's take Anoint. We got a lot of good cheap removal spells here. We got a Bring the Ending or a Whisper of the Dross. I think I like Bring the Ending here. Now we have a lot of poison, so deck seems pretty good. Prologue to Phyrexia. Terramorphic Expanse. We're not going to be playing this Chimera. We're pretty off the splash, I think. I think Prologue's fine. We are poisoning it up here. Another Rat or a Raptor. I think same thing where, like, I think this is super close. And I think that the turning point for us is having the Rat King. It's just like getting that value of the Rat King is pretty insane. We want a 2-drop anyway. I think we're poisoning pretty well at this point. So we've kind of gone from being like a more defensive-y, like control-y deck to being a little more of an aggressive deck. Like we have tons of 2s, great toxic creatures. So Surgeon, 2/1 for 2. Maybe cast an Augury Self, put an oil counter on it, and then things can get flying. Awesome. Our deck's good. Our deck is actually quite good here. Whisper of the Dross. I think that makes the deck. So our Dross Pits. How many Dross Pits do you play? How about 4? I mean, I don't think we're playing 4, but because we are kind of curving out here too. So Fisher, Testament Bearer. Because we're aggressive, I think we're actually less interested in Testament Bearer. Because it's a better blocker than attacker. Let's see. Font of Progress. We ain't milling no cards. There's a Prophetic Prism. I doubt we're going to play that or Splash or whatever, but getting our rats going here. Rat. One Evolving Wilds. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, tap lands. I mean, like, if we're playing, you know, we're playing a somewhat aggressive curve here. All right, so it looks like the Icy's not coming back, which is obviously pretty reasonable. The card's good. Yeah, this is pretty sweet, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Bronze Mythic is best of 1. Best of 1 if you're just tuning in. Welcome, Bronze Mythic, the show where I draft my account from Bronze Mythic. Draft 3. This is my 3rd draft in the format and episode 3 of the show, obviously. And our deck's looking pretty good here. I'm not gonna lie. Let's take a little looky-loo and see what we got. So we have 24 cards here. Are there any cards on the board I want to play? No. You know, I mean, I think Offer Mortality is like actually just kind of fine in this deck. Maybe we cut the Testament Bearer. So yeah, I think this card is very good when you're being defensive, but I think when you're playing offensive, it doesn't really do enough for you. Let's play Offer Mortality. And then how many draw spits are we going to play is a question as well. Man, this deck seems great. Look at it. Look at this. Just literal infinite 2-drops. That's a curve that you just love it. You just love it so much. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 2-drops. 8. Count them. 8 2-drops.
Wow.
Cool. Vraska, Sit Fisher. This card's fine, I think, as far as proliferating goes. I think it's just better than like the Bearer is probably. There's also this Scrap Trap, which honestly isn't that bad. This probably might be better than the Anatomist is. Synthesizer's fine in our deck. Like, the reality is that, like, we might poison our opponent. We can just kill them also. And this thing, we have a lot of Proliferate. And then this thing just, like, will be a 1-3. It'll be a 3-3 later on. So it's fine. So, I think I like the scrap better than the Anatomist. And then do I want this too and just go like all in a proliferate? Is it possible that Anatomist is better than Fisher? I know it's weird, but like we really are poisoning pretty hard, and we have a lot of. I guess that's actually right, because we have 2 hybrids, we have a bunch of poison stuff. We've got oil counter, oil counter, oil counter. Yeah, not that many oil counters, but I kind of like this actually. It's kind of weird, but like Fisher's the kind of card where like it's fine. It's certainly a very reasonable card, but like you don't necessarily need to play it. It doesn't like, actually do what we're doing. So, a low amount of toxic. What are you talking about? We got double prologue, 2 rats, 2 hybrids, king. I think we're good to go here. And then once that first counter gets on, we just keep proliferating also, which is great too. So I think this deck's pretty sweet. This is going to be our deck. I think I like 2 draw spits. I think 2 is going to be our number. 2 or 3. Playing 16 lands. We've got... I don't really have any mana sinks, I guess. We have the Vraska. It's 3. Let's play 3. See how 3 feels. And then our colors are more blue than black. It's a little awkward, I guess, but... And some swamps. So right, we're looking at... I guess 8/8 is fine. Common, cut for a 2/5. Listen, all right? I said I wasn't very sure about that one, okay? So we have 8/8. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. That's our deck, folks. All right. Pretty cool looking Dimir deck, I'm not going to lie. So you know what time it is, folks. It's prediction time. Time to place your bets. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? You two folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll to the comments, liking the video along the way, and leave a comment, all caps, believer or non-believer. What do you think? 7 wins or not? Let's get right to episode 3 here on Bronze to Mythic. Let's go. Having a Planeswalker ain't bad, and chat agrees. A lot of believers out there in chat right now. A lot of believers. All right, our hand, chat, coming out with me. And that's fine. We can keep this. We got 2 2-drops and a cantrip. Another islands. That's a little awkward, but sure. Ichor Synthesizer. We're going to be casting a non-creature spell. Put an oil counter on the synthesizer. And of course, proliferate. If you cast a spell, it proliferates. It gets 2 counters, which is pretty great. Alright. Golgari. Vorak's good. Super solid card. Probably the best green common, honestly. Augury, sure. So next turn we can go double spell, pump twice. Doesn't actually pump yet, but let's have the Anatomist too. A little proliferate action. Agenda resub, thanks so much. Predation Steward. 3 colors from our opponent. Interesting. Interesting. Green Sun's oh my god. Oh my god.
Good lord.
Atraxa. Alright. Well, that's something to play for. This card's obviously unbeatable and limited if they can actually cast it. We have 1 counterspell in our deck. Sure. Let's try and do some stuff here. Blight Belly Rat. So we're going to want to prologue first, get that first poison counter on, start proliferating. Playing this thing as a 2/5 doesn't work until we got to get the first counter on. So let's prologue, add our oil counters, and draw Swamp. Cool.
Trying to get that all. Oh,
Play Rat over Augury. We have Vraska next turn. I guess Vraska kills Atraxa in theory. I think we just rat here. Yeah, let's play the rat. Sig up. Let's rat it up. Sig up. Next turn we have Vraska if we want it. We don't have to. And then we have Augury, which will be a spell and a counter. Oil Gorger Troll, draw a card. Damn. They got quite a setup here. Gonna take 3. Untap and draw the Rat King. Can't cast it yet, though. If I draw a block, I can cast it. What are we doing here? Play our Planeswalker, or do we want to... It's Planeswalker... Kind of want to play it for 6, get that extra loyalty. Planeswalker comes down, and it can kill, like... The thing is, if I give them a treasure, it also means that they cast Phyrexia easier, so we really can't even minus Vraska. And plussing it, honestly, isn't great, because they have a pretty good board right now. We gotta build a better board here, I think. I'm gonna Augury and look for a Swamp, or a castable spell. Get our Proliferate on. Get these things into 3/3s as soon as possible. Okay. That's actually fine, too. So we cast Mesmerizing Dose. We get to tap the Troll, pump our Synthesizer up, and start getting in. That's pretty sweet. So, not a Swamp we're looking for. Also fine. And I get to Proliferate here.
Another one.
And play land. Play Dose. Tap this thing. Proliferate.
One for you, one for me.
And then we can just slam here for 8. It's a pretty big attack, honestly. Do we lead back in... No, I don't think so. This thing can pump also, but... Interesting game state here. Vraska is weird because we're kind of racing, so losing life to draw cards is weird. We don't want to minus it because they have Atraxa. We have an okay hand. It's a little awkward. We can just play this as a 2/5 if we have to, obviously. Stack. These are unblockable. Just going to take a huge hit. Say go. 4th Infect counter. Uh-oh. Alright, well now they have Atraxa next turn. Obviously I have Vraska to kill it, but... Jeez.
Oh my god.
They just don't stop. Prologue to Phyrexians. Shit. Yeah, they're really coming out the gates here. What do we do? This kind of punishes our aggressive attack last turn, honestly. We could just play the Anatomist. We can't really race. We have 6 and then 6, which does not kill him in 2 turns, so... And we're also at 9. I think we're just playing a 2/5 and saying go. And then we'll have to line up some blocks if they go for the attack. Yeah, this is, like, fine, I guess. Let's play this. We will decline and say go. Pretty powerful hand. A lot of big stuff going on. So Atraxa is a 7/7 flying vigilance death touch lifelink. When it ETBs, you reveal top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, put a card of that type in your hand. So creature, land. Honestly, limited like creature, land, maybe instant. More stuff. The splashing for Cinder Dancer, huh? That's tough. That's tough. All right. 6/5 reach trample. Like to draw a, I guess either a black land or a castable spell. Whispers of the Dross. So that can kill the Dancer. We actually have 2 poison counters here too, so it's kind of cool. All right, we can kill a Tapper. Let's play Prologue. More oil counters, not really necessary, but draw Swamp. Okay. And we can play the Rat King or kill the Sinew Dancer. Them tapping, honestly, is like pretty fine for us because like it uses so much of their mana. So play the Rat King. Yeah, no attacks is them, I think, just trying to... No rats. Them not attacking, I think, is them just being like, okay, I'm just going to stay alive to Atraxa. I think that's their plan. Didn't play a land. Alright, so here's Atraxa. Atraxa's going to ETB and reveal 10 cards. They have instant creature, land... just instant creature, land. It's not that bad. So they draw 3. Obviously, you know, drawing 3 cards is pretty insane. But, and then ideally we can just go Vraska, kill Traxa, Whisper the tapper. If we draw a land, we can do a Vraska for the full amount. That'd be great. So they get land, Vanish into Eternity, which exiles something, and a creature. So they get to kill my Vraska with the Vanish. But we're like kind of going okay here. So let's Vraska for... Let's just kill this dude before I don't tap it wrong. Actually, I can proliferate onto Vraska. Let's make sure I cast the tap Vraska right here. So Vraska, we're going to play it for Phyrexia mana and go to 7. Because we probably need to cast the Whisper also. And then they spend 6 mana to kill Vraska. And then we're just like trying to grind it out, I think. Yeah, alright. Here's Vraska. More oil counters. And we go minus on the Atraxa. And then I will Whispers on this thing. Dross Pit punished? I mean, not really. Like, it's 2 life now for a card later, you know? Alright, so we proliferate.
One for you, one for me.
And the mana to kill Vraska. Oh, yeah, you're right. This is non-creature. It still kills Vraska. We have to kill the Atraxa, though, so... And then they're at 15, we're at 7. They have a 6/5, 2/2/2s that can be 4/4s. They can actually pump the Engulfer, too. We're in trouble, I think, but whatever. I think if we beat Atraxa, it'd be pretty damn impressive, honestly. So... Alright, there's your Vanish. Vraska's gone.
This fight won't matter at all.
Wow, it's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
I moved some of the buttons. That was supposed to be... Wait, where? There it is. That was this one. There we go. Alright, more big creatures. Again, these stewards can put... and oil counter. They can make this thing here. What base colors are they? Like green white, I guess? I agree, stop playing stuff. And here comes the 6/5. They're just going to give us a 6/5. So we saw this yesterday a lot. We're obviously in the lower levels here. We're in silver. And I'm going to be pointing out mistakes my opponents make. Not to make fun of them in any way. But to try and help you not make the same mistakes in your own games. So we saw this a number of times yesterday. The attack with a large creature into a double block where it's going to trade down while tapped out. So we have the easiest block in the world here. We just block the Rat King and the 2/5 here. They can only kill one of them. So we're trading the Rat King and or the 2/5 for the Engulfer. This is also their only trample creature. They're going to save us for their Steward pumps. So I think this is a pretty awesome exchange for us. Their best attacker is now gone, and yeah. So it's very important, folks, when you make your attacks. You know, you can think about how the block's going to look, and think about what the exchange is actually going to be, because that was a great exchange for us. All right, so we're gonna draw spits. Reason to give Rat King over Synthesizer? Yeah, this card doesn't block. This card isn't, right? Offer Immortality. That's not bad. They're at 15. We're at 7. We have 4 blockers, so they're 5 attackers. We just gotta say go here, I think, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll just say go. We're in pretty bad shape, but if they could draw a land or two, we could draw a spell or two. Maybe we can, like, pull it up. They have the Seed Core also. Doesn't matter, actually. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Mirix. I think that makes tokens. This is an insanely good card, but it doesn't really matter on this board. So they're going to remove the counters and make their Mandible Justicator into a 4/3 lifelinker. Oh, it taps, too. I didn't realize it tapped also. Okay. And they're going to Leroy. I mean, we got to make some blocks here, unfortunately. Like, a lot of blocks. We're going to go here. We're going to use the Immortality to try and block here. Again, I don't like using spells defensively, but we got to do what we got to do. And the Rat King can block here. And do I want to go to 3 and keep my unblockable creature, or do I want to just trade off? Trading off is not very fun. Go to 4, and they're going to have... So, again, like we were saying, we want to look at the board before and after. So, if everything happens here as we want it to, the board's going to be Synthesizer versus Steward, Vorak, whenever they play this turn. And then I might need to just block next turn also. Yeah, I'm just going to block, I guess. If they have a Global Pump, we're dead. But, like, we can't play or anything here. We're at 7 life, so is what it is. So, we'll offer the trade. We're going to pump our, save our creature to give it Death Touch and kill their creature. More oil counters. Alright, so they just go for it. So, there you go. All said and done. We get to proliferate also, which is sick.
Another one.
And they play an Orthodoxy Enforcer. Alright. I mean, honestly, we're like sort of stabilizing. So they have a 2/4 Vigilance, which is kind of annoying, but this thing can pump up a little. Oh, God damn it. "4/4 Haste Toxic 3. I said we were stabilizing. That would require them to stop drawing spells. Because obviously they drew 3 cards off of Atraxa, so. Let's see. They're going to pump up this thing. Alright, so we got a block here. Again, another trade down at least. So, take 4, trade one of these for the Atrocity. And then we draw another land. Alright, and now we are pretty close to dead. We do have Proliferate cantrips. We already played most of them, I think, so... I mean, we were going to be able to block there and proliferate, trade, and if they drew a land and we drew a spell, we could get back into the game for sure, but I guess he got me. Alright, so we lost to Atraxa. I think that's fine. I think that if your opponent resolves the game of Atraxa in a game of Limited, you're probably going to lose. We were in that game for sure, so we'll take it. It's fine. I want to remind you all that we're brought to you by BSWSupplies.com. When I play in the Pro Tour in 2 weeks, guess what sleeves are going to be on my deck, right? Those sleeves right there. The Elite 2 deck card sleeves. They're on my cube. They're on all my decks and everything I play. And they have been for many, many years. Best sleeves out there. They're less than $10 a pack. You can buy them in bulk also for like $8 a pack. You buy a 5-pack. Promo code JIM, 10% off your order. You can get these sleeves for like $7 a pack. It's freaking awesome. Deck boxes, binders, card sorting trays. You name it, they got it for your cards and other collectibles. BCWSupplies.com. Check it out. Yeah, this is fun. I'll keep this. Atraxa is sick. You better believe I'm slamming Atraxa if I open it. There's a Persistent Siphoner. Alright. We could just kill this and not allow them to get their Infect Train going, or we can play our own spell. We have Synthesizer into Rat King into Anoint plus Augury. Very interesting. This is the kind of thing where, like, if I was 15 drafts in, I'd have a good idea of, like, how important it is to kill this. As I was saying in previous episodes, the poison counters that are important are the first one, the third one, and the 10th one. First one means they can proliferate. The third one means it turns on their corrupted cards. 10th one means you're dead, obviously. So, I don't want to kill this. I don't know if it's right or not, but I think we're going to try and keep the... I think our long game's pretty good here, so see how it goes. I think Atraxa is a good first pick in draft. I mean, it is really powerful, but I'm not sure. In Bronze Mythic, I would slam it, obviously, but at the Pro Tour, I'm not sure. They play a Bone Picker Scourge, a corrupted card. Doesn't do much without corrupted, which is good for us. Fire up the old Rat King. Let's go. We got 2 rats. Here we go. None. No rats. KJ resub. Thanks so much. Take 2. We have... I'm going to play a Trawler Drake. Unfortunately, we draw another Swamp. So I don't have the ability to... play 2 spells this turn. Could Augury to look for like a blue land. It's kind of crappy, honestly. We've got 4 power. Actually, I'm sorry. We have our first Toxic counter. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's attack. Let's get our Toxic on. That's the first counter. So now if we Augury, we at least proliferate. I just like kind of want to play this first, honestly. Let's play Synthesizer and say go. We have our Scrap Trap too, as far as proliferating. Pretty freaky art. Infectious Inquiry. So I get a poison counter, lose 2, draw 2, and of course proliferate onto the add a counter to the Drake. And we're looking like it might be like a racing scenario. They gonna sack a creature to kill my thing? You gonna kill my Rat King? No. Attack? Yes. No. Why would the Drake stay home? A little sketchy. This Drake staying home. A little sketchy. I don't like that. If they were to play the -1/-1, that would pump this and shrink this. That's a pretty logical read, I think. You know, whenever your opponent makes a weird play, don't just assume they're an idiot. Try and think, okay, why would they do this? Well, why are they making this play? This is a little weird, right? And think about the cards in the set. Are there any 1-mana black cards? There is. It's a -1/-1 instant that proliferates. So that means that it would shrink my creature to a 2/2, and then it would grow their creature by proliferating and by putting a counter on it. So it makes a 4/4. So a little iffy to attack here, honestly. And we need to decide what we want to do otherwise. I think we're going to Augury here. I want to get a counter as part of proliferate. So let's just do this. So it's Augury and see what's up. Put on our oil counter. Alright, I guess Island it is. And we're going to proliferate. And we're just going to play Island plus Surgeon and say go, I think. Yeah, they also just keep getting priority too, so they obviously have a spell here, so. I guess playing this means they're just going to kill this with the -1/-1, but I think that's fine. So maybe I shouldn't have played this, actually. Sure. I'm talking too much. That's fine. So obviously they have the card I thought they did. But probably wasn't right to play this and give them a target on like that particular turn. Here's a Hive Master. That blocks this very well. Yeah, this card's pretty good. Trawler Drake. Card's kind of messed up. Here's a Glistener Seer. Draw another land. We just bottom 3 lands too. Jeez. Yeah, we are definitely not winning the race here at the moment. I mean, offering Rat King for Hive Master is pretty bad. Don't really like that attack. Yeah, this is pretty bad, honestly. We should draw kill spell for this. So we'll play this thing and proliferate.
Another one.
Play this tap land and say go. And hope we find a spell to cast next turn. We do have 2 draw spits in play, so that's pretty good, I guess. But we bottom 3 lands, or 2 lands off our thing, 2 lands in our hand, down to 4. Another Trawler Drake. And we draw a land. Okay, sure.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Pretty ridiculous game here. Alright, that was a good draw. We're still dead to any spell, though. Yeah, it's pretty gross. So we can anoint... They have 3 counters. We can anoint the Trawler Drake. We do it anyway, I guess. But they have lethal with any spell. What are you going to do, you know? What are we going to do? Send our 4/4 in, I guess. Trying, folks. Trying my best here. Our deck is very good, I think. But... And I guess we'll cast this now so they can't, like, counter it or whatever. Alright, that pumps Synthesizer up. It's now 3/3. But, of course, we are just going to be at 1. I screwed up. I should have waited to my end step, let them scry, and then cast the spell. Upkeep scry. Card's really good. Yeah, card's really, really good. Alright, I mean, pretty likely they have a spell here to kill me, so... Yeah, I mean, pretty rough luck so far. I think this is not even close to the best deck we've ever drafted. We've drafted in this format. Obviously, we're 3 drafts in. But we just can't really put together any sort of traction here. All right, yeah, 0-2. Not the place to be. We'll see. All right, we got to do a game. We're good. All right, we got to make a comeback here. Got to go for the reverse sweep. Deck's definitely great. I'd love to draw this, my uncommon. Here's an incubation sack. That card's really good. The Dross Pits. That's great. Slow, but very, very powerful. Almost unending source of 3/3s. And there you go. That's why it's unending. All right, so Thumbing Bird, sure. Should play our Acre Synthesizer, I think, and set up for our oil counters and stuff. What's up, nurse? Yes, I'm actually leaving for the Pro Tour tomorrow. I mixed up my days up. I thought I was leaving Tuesday, leaving Thursday, so worked out very well serendipitously. Bill Pickle, resub. Welcome back to Pile Drivers. Month number 2, most important month. If you're not in the Discord, get in that Discord. Vorax, obviously great. Proliferate on the sack. We draw a rat. I think I smell a rat. I'm gonna dose here, I think. Just get our Proliferate going. Get our counters going. We have other kill spells in our hand. Wouldn't mind getting a poison counter on them first, but I think we just want to like get things going. The longer this game goes, the better. So this is a game where our opponent's got inevitability because they have an infinite source of 3/3s. So we got to make some moves here, I think. I think just like tap the early blocker and attacker, get my oil counter on my synthesizer, proliferate.
One for you, one for me.
Get it for once, they go. Next turn we have a 3/3 if we want it. With our spells, we have Thumbing Bird and Rat also. Next turn being Bird, Rat's pretty good. It could also be Offer plus Rat or Bird. I want to get that first poison counter on, you know? Alright, here come the 3/3s. It's a sorcery speed activation. Yeah, I mean, they literally have a 3/3 every turn, so... I mean, our bird can block their bird, too, or I can anoint their bird. But... Let's see... The thing is, like, is anointing their bird even worth it anymore? Because they have 4 counters on it. Like, is 4 3/3s enough? Do they really need 5 or 6? Probably not, honestly. So, I think we just play Rat and Bird here. Thanks, Skylance. Appreciate it. This kind of sucks, honestly. We do want to get our synthesizer going, too. We can get unblockable. And get that ball rolling. Will I trade birds here? I think I trade birds. So, like, this is a fun question here. Is a 3/3 every turn worth it? Like, will that win the game? Here they come. All right, I'm going to block. Next turn's probably 2 spells. So... And proliferating on our side. They play a 3/3 next turn. I still can't infect them, so I'll just block. Yeah, I'll just block. See what they do. The sack is we're gonna play a Watcher and a Raptor. So this thing dies, draw a card. This is a 1/4. Sure, that's fine. I'm just gonna jam. We have 2 spells for Synthesizer. I might need to anoint the 3/3, which kind of sucks. I'll just anoint this thing, honestly. We can, like, anoint this. I got both. See what they do. I think I'd rather use Offer Immortality, though. Let's not be mean to other streamers in my chat, please. Thank you. We respect everyone here. Just gonna attack. Yeah, just attack with everything. Probably casting 2 spells here. I might need to anoint the 3/3, but like, it just is what it is. Just want to get this thing unblockable and go from there. Just a much better Phyrexian processor, absolutely. Call of the Herd was the first big chase rare. Like, the first, like, $20 magic card in Standard. Call of the Herd was the nut back in the day. Alright, so they're just going to give us the Raptor. Alright, so let's cast this now. I'm going to cast this here. And I think I'm just going to anoint, makes the 3/3 also. Let's try and get in. This thing dies, draw a card. Whatever. So, indestructible, death touch. This thing dies either way. Anoint this thing, makes the 3/3. And obviously killing the 3/3 is not very exciting here, but again, they have an infinite source of them. We need to push damage here for sure. So, we're the beatdown. 16 to 15. Play the pits. And by killing that, now we've swung the race in our favor. Expanse. Without the sack, we'd be in great shape here, I think. But we have 2 pits in play, too, if we start flooding, which is nice. So, not sure how good the Watcher is. It's like, okay. This is an artifact. It's good for the artifact deck, probably. But Thirsting Roots, search for a basic land. That's a weird card to play when you have 5 land or 6 lands already in play. That's kind of terrifying, actually. All right. Untap. And draw. Finally, draw the hybrid. Jeez. Let's just draw a card off the thing first and see what we draw. And we draw another hybrid. We found them. There they are. All right, so attack for 3. They have a blue Zenith. We're in trouble, but that card's really good, so whatever. Ro, new sub. What's your name? Where you from? Welcome. Happy to have you. Sack the Expanse. This card is Busto. Alright, straight blue-green. I prefer no blue Zenith. We're going to block. I mean, we just want this hybrid to die, so just trading off hybrid here is pretty exciting. Does kill both the rat, too. I'll just take it, I guess. Get that first infect counter is pretty important, too. For the 10. Canker Room. Sure. Yeah, when this thing dies, if they both die at the same time, I can get it back. So, the Rat King. Only 1 black now, though. If you sack the black land, that sucks. Alright, we're going to go in for unblockable damage and just play a hybrid. Just make some blocks next turn. So, that's fine. This sack is really wrecking us here. Do this and say yeah. The sack is whack, Jack. So they're going to Canker Bloom and free their Vorak. That does upgrade their 3/2 into a 3/3, I guess, which is actually pretty relevant in this board. It's actually not ideal. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's silly. It's silly how like that looks pretty like weird, but actually is pretty good here. I mean, don't play anything good, I guess. I don't know what to say. Like, what do you want from me? Their deck also seems reasonably good. Most just a sack, I guess. Got a Spore Singer. Pump the Watcher. This kind of sucks, honestly, but sure. Let's make another 3/3. So proliferate, return our hybrids. I just don't think it matters. I think we're just dead. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, yeah, we're just freaking dead. I don't know what to tell you, folks. This deck is great, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but yes, proliferate doesn't require a thing to be in play. So if you just proliferate, you should try to get it back regardless. Yeah, apparently a 3/3 every turn is good enough. Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna do? They have exactly lethal. Groovy! New sub or resub, thanks so much. You're just dead. I mean, block here. We have to block here. Like, you not die. Get a 1. Yeah, yeah, I mean, sometimes you just lose. I mean, I would take this deck again every single time, no questions asked. But you just lose sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. All right, yeah, that's it. If we hit a rat, for the moral victory. We cannot hit a rat for the
You look terrible.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's that, I guess. I don't know what to say, folks. So you just lose sometimes. That's magic. That is definitely magic. Did I have fun that match? Not really. No, not the best time. So, yeah, I mean, that's our first 0-3 of the series. I think this deck was excellent. And I have nothing else to say, really. I don't know what else to say. I think this deck is excellent. Obviously, let me know in chat or comments if you think this deck is bad or not. I do think that our synthesizers weren't great. They're still good, though. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. At a loss for words. It happens sometimes. That's just magic. So, episode 4 is coming up. And you two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great.